Razabani for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm delighted to have with me on Zoom today on a wet day and a cold day, the savage himself, Sam Eggington. Sam, firstly, how are we doing?
I'm good, mate. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm just, just rolling over. Is what it is.
How's the weather in Bromley?
It's cold, dark.
Sam, obviously a couple of weeks away now, not far away from being out again. Looking forward to showcasing your skills out again on Channel 5.
Yeah. Like I say, it's nice to be, top of the bill consecutively. And I'll go out and get the win on this one, and hopefully we'll be doing it again next time out.
Absolutely, Sam. Obviously, the last 12 months haven't been easy for fighters. Obviously, not many fighters got an opportunity to fight, but you're one of only a few fighters I can say you fought twice in the pandemic. First in fight camp with Ted CHEESEMAN, and then Ashley Theopin. So quite a busy 2020 compared to many other fighters.
Yeah, no, I've been lucky, fella. I've been lucky. I know that. So I'm grateful to anyone who's got me out and put me on their shoulders without that.
I know when you fought Ashley Theopin, there was a lot of talk about Ashley potentially retiring after the fight and saying he wasn't sure if this was his last fight. And you said yourself that you thought he may just use that to negate you slightly, but you remained focused and went in there and got the victory like you should have.
Yeah. Look, I train the same. Nothing changes. When I've got a fight, I train the same. I train hard, and I put it all in. Whether that's a small fight or a big fight, I'll make sure that at the end of it, I've got no excuses. And that's why you've never heard me, come out on an interview or after the fight and say, look, this is why I lost, this is what. Because I make sure that I'm on tip top for any fight that I'm in, whether it's 4 rounds or 12.
The name on the headline next month is Carlos Molina. Obviously, Carlos has been around a long time. He's been in there with some world title challenges. What kind of step up is this for you?
I think it's hard to say, innit, because I'm not one for going and watching old fights or his last fight or anything like that. I leave it down to the team, and I go off what they say, and they'll show me short clips here and there. But so I can't really say. I know that I'm confident. I've been training hard, and I'm confident of a win. And that's all I can do.
Have you not seen much of his fights? Or I know he's been in with Kirkland, he's been in there with Josh Kelly, a few others as well.
Nah, at the time I might have watched the Josh Kelly one at the time, but nah, honestly, and I know it sounds mad, but nah, I don't watch much boxing in general, if I'm honest. So nah, I ain't watched any of his fights. Definitely not a full fight. So yeah, I go off what I'm told, and the team will give me a plan, and I'll stick to it the best of my ability.
So you just like to fight? You don't want to watch? You just want to get in the ring and fight yourself?
Do you know what it is? Yeah, everyone looks great on the internet. Do you know what I mean? So you want to fight, and no matter if people lose or people win, they still look good. So I'm just not a person to take anything from a video. I like to get the insight through people telling me, and then whatever turns up on the night will turn up, because I'm a big believer in as well. Like, you can change it up. So you watch his last fight, might turn up different and try something completely, out of the blue. So yeah, I just go off what I'm told, and I go from there.
Obviously, I know he's been around longer than you. He's, I think, 36, 37 years of age. Probably had the more high-level fights, but you've obviously got youth behind you. I know you've been around a long time, but you're still 26, 27 right now. So do you think that plays a part in it, the age?
I mean, I suppose it depends on how people live, innit? I mean, look at, certain boxers, box until the ripe old age, you know what I'm saying? So it depends how you live and how you train and so on and so forth. So I don't put nothing, like I say, I don't put nothing down to age, training. I just do what I've got to do in the gym. And the way I see it, as long as I do what I've got to do, I shouldn't have to worry about what anyone else is doing. And I do everything I'm told, and I'll do more. So I'm confident, and I'm more than ready.
More than ready to just get in there and let your hands go, let your hands do the talking, as always, Sam, as always.
Very much, pal.
Sam, I know obviously you're quite upset. Obviously, I know with the Ted Cheeseman fight, I know he went on, get that final eliminator, get that British title, but I'll come to Ted in a moment. But kind of what's your goal? What's in your head now? What does Sam Eggington want to achieve?
If I get a rematch, I'd probably take it. Generally, and again, I'm not one for excuses. If I lose, I'm not bitter. I'm quite happy to say, it just weren't my night. Someone's just better than me. But I genuinely believe I won that fight. So yeah, I'd probably take a rematch. But if I'm honest, I've won British, Commonwealth, European, and international titles, left, right, and centre. So there is only one more route to go down. And this fight will be the start of that. And that's why, we've took this opportunity, and hopefully, it'll pay off. Winning this title will pay off, and we'll get bigger opportunities off it.
I know, kind of, Ted's been asked a question about a rematch, and he's always talked about there needs to be a crowd, more money, etc. And I think everyone would admit that that first fight, had that been in front of a crowd, would have been amazing for the fans itself, the way both of you exploded. So, is that certainly something that you will look for in the future if the chance came?
If the chance come, then yeah, I'd probably take it. Given the, as long as it's it's the right opportunity. I mean, like I say, if I'm going out to win the WBC silver, depending on where that chucks me in the rankings, anything could come up. But again, yeah, it's definitely one that I'd like to rerun. So I'd have to mull it over and see what's best. But yeah, I think it's definitely something that I'd like to rerun and go over again.
And Sam, obviously this week we've got Scott Fitzgerald returning on the May 1st card, which is on Saturday. Anthony Fowler looked great the other couple of weeks ago. It is a nicely stacked division here in the UK. There are some big domestic fights potentially you could be involved in still.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, I mean, you just got to wait and see how it all plays out. I think everyone's just chasing rematches, or like you say, like even Ted himself, he just wants rematches with the people he's lost to. So I think unless you offer Ted a rematch, I don't think he'll be fighting anyone in Britain again. I think he'll move on to the IBF rankings and so on. So if everyone was up for it, then we could have some serious all British fights. But no, everyone's chasing rematches and so on and so forth. And one person don't want a rematch, the other one does, and it's all complicated. But yeah, it's definitely stacked.
I'll end with this, obviously, Sam. Carlos Molina, what can we expect from you, and how does the fight end in May?
Just the same old. I can only tell you what I know, and I box a certain way, and I've never really changed it up. I just know that with the weight I've got, and the energy I've got, you're only going to see more of it. So yeah, it's going to be a relentless night. I have a feeling it's going to be a hard night as well, no doubt. But I think it's a night that I come out with a big win and a nice new shining belt to take home.
Absolutely. We'll look forward to it. Sam, wish you all the best with the rest of training camp. I know you're probably deep into it now. And stay well, stay safe as well. And I'm sure we'll catch up during fight week.
Appreciate it, pal. Thank you.
Sam Eggington, IFL TV. Thank you very much.
Cheers, pal.